Imagine being on a journey, but your elephant is going one way and your rider is trying to steer in another. Sounds confusing, right? This is a metaphor from the book, Switch: How to Change Things When Change is Hard. Written by the insightful brothers, Chip and Dan Heath, this book is a deep dive into the complex world of change and how to navigate it effectively. It hinges on the metaphor of the elephant, the rider, and the path. The elephant represents our emotional side, our instinctive, immediate reactions. The rider, on the other hand, symbolizes our rational side, the thoughtful, long-term planner. And the path, that's the situation we're in, the environment that shapes our journey. Each plays a significant role in managing change. But the question remains, how can we make the rider, the elephant, and the path work together for successful change? Let's find out. First, we meet the rider, our rational, analytical side, but directing the rider can be tricky. The rider is our logical, analytical aspect, always planning, always forecasting. It's the part of us that appreciates a good spreadsheet and loves to reason. However, the rider tends to overanalyze and can be overwhelmed by choices, leading to decision paralysis. So how do we effectively steer this rider? One strategy is to find the bright spots, successful efforts that can be emulated. In the midst of change, it's easy to focus on what's going wrong. But what if we shift our attention to what's going right? Bright spots are existing solutions working well right here, right now. They are the proof that success is possible and provide a model for replication. By duplicating these bright spots, we can create a roadmap for our rider to follow. Next, we need to script the critical moves. Change is easier when you know exactly what to do. Ambiguity breeds inaction. Specificity sparks motion. When we script the critical moves, we outline clear, specific behaviors that the rider can easily follow. It's like giving the rider a well-defined GPS route instead of a vague destination. Finally, we need to point to the destination. This is not just about setting a goal but creating a vivid picture of the future. The rider needs to know where it's heading and why it matters. A compelling destination fuels the rider's energy for the long journey ahead and provides a strong rationale for why the change is worth it. By directing the rider, we provide clear, logical reasons for change. We find bright spots to replicate, script critical moves to eliminate ambiguity, and point to a vivid destination to keep the rider focused and motivated. This way we can harness the rider's strength, its rationality, to drive meaningful change. But we can't forget the emotional elephant. We've directed the rider, but now it's time to motivate the elephant. Because remember, change is not just a rational process, it's an emotional journey too. Now meet the elephant, our emotional, instinctive side. Motivating the elephant is crucial for change. Imagine an elephant. It's large, powerful, and often resistant to being steered in a new direction. This elephant symbolizes our emotional side, which can be just as obstinate and difficult to sway. But the elephant also has a lot of drive, a lot of energy. If we can harness that energy, we can use it to fuel change. The first step is to find the feeling. Emotion is the language of the elephant. It's not swayed by facts and figures, but by feelings. If you want to motivate the elephant, you have to make it feel something. Show it why the change matters. Make it feel the urgency, the excitement, the hope. Connect the change to something the elephant cares about deeply, and it will want to move. Next, you want to shrink the change. The elephant can get overwhelmed easily. If the change seems too big, too daunting, the elephant will freeze up and refuse to move. So break the change down into small, manageable steps. Show the elephant that it can handle this, that it can take one step, and then another, and another. Make the change feel less like a mountain and more like a hill. Finally, you want to grow your people. The elephant is influenced by its sense of identity, by who it thinks it is. If it sees itself as someone who can't change, who can't handle new challenges, it won't try. But if you can cultivate a sense of identity that embraces change, that sees challenges as opportunities for growth, the elephant will be more willing to move. Instill a growth mindset in your elephant, and it will start to see change not as a threat, but as a chance to become even better. Motivating the elephant ensures we're emotionally invested in the change, but there's one more piece of the puzzle: the path. Finally, we have the path, the environment or situation. Shaping the path can make change easier. Now let's delve into how we can do this. The environment we operate in has a profound impact on our behavior. It's often the subtle elements in our surroundings that influence us the most. Therefore, tweaking the environment or altering the situation can be a powerful tool for instigating change. Imagine you're trying to eat healthier. By simply placing a bowl of fruits on your kitchen counter instead of tucked away in the fridge, you're making a small environmental tweak that can lead to a significant change in your eating habits. Next, let's consider the role of habits in shaping the path. Habits are essentially routine behaviors that we perform almost automatically. They are the grooves in our path that guide our actions without us even realizing it. Building new habits can be an effective way of shaping the path towards change. For example, if you wish to read more, incorporating a habit of reading for 15 minutes every night before bed can be a game changer. Over time, this behavior becomes part of your routine, and you'll find yourself reaching for a book without a second thought. Finally, there's the concept of rallying the herd. Human beings are inherently social creatures, and we are heavily influenced by the behavior of those around us. This is also known as peer pressure. Harnessing this social influence can be a powerful way to shape the path and drive change. If you're trying to quit smoking, for instance, surrounding yourself with non-smokers or others who are also trying to quit can make your journey towards a smoke-free life easier. In essence, the path is about creating an environment conducive to change. It's about setting the stage so that the rider and the elephant, our rational and emotional sides, can work together in harmony towards our desired change. By shaping the path, we make the journey towards change smoother and easier. So, we've directed the rider, motivated the elephant, and shaped the path. What's next? Let's take a moment to reflect on the journey we've taken, tracing the footprints of the rider and the elephant through the maze of change. We've seen how the rider, the logical part of our minds, needs clear instructions and direction to avoid being overwhelmed by analysis paralysis. We've learned how to motivate the elephant, our emotional side, with a compelling vision that sparks desire and energy for change. And we've discovered how shaping the path, tweaking the environment, can make change easier and more likely to happen. It's crucial to remember that effective change requires addressing both our rational and emotional sides. It's about directing the rider, motivating the elephant, and shaping the path. Change might be hard, but with the right strategies, it's far from impossible. Remember, steer the rider, motivate the elephant, and shape the path, and you're well on your way to successful change.